Hello, everyone, and welcome to Everyday English Desk. I'm Janet.
And I'm Ben. We're here to help you improve your English by talking about everyday situations and the language you need for them. Today, we're diving into something we all do regularly, but maybe don't think about from a language perspective: grocery shopping. Whether you call it the supermarket, grocery store, or just the shops, this is one place where you really need to know your English vocabulary.
Absolutely. So, Ben, I have to ask, what's your grocery shopping style? Are you a list person or do you just wing it?
Oh, I'm definitely a list person. I make my shopping list on Sunday, organize it by sections of the store.
Wow, organized.
I write down produce first, then dairy, then pantry items. I even check what's on sale in the weekly flyer before I go.
That's smart. I'm more of a, let's call it flexible shopper. I grab a cart, wander through the aisles, and pick up whatever looks good. Though I always end up forgetting something important, like milk or bread.
Right, that's why I love my list. But you know what drives me crazy? When I get to the checkout and realize I forgot to grab a basket or cart at the entrance, and I'm trying to juggle everything in my arms.
Oh no, been there. Or when you're looking for something specific and can't find it, so you have to ask an employee, "Excuse me, where can I find the pasta sauce?"
Exactly. And they only say something like aisle 5 next to the canned tomatoes. And you're like, which aisle is 5 again?
Or when you're at the deli counter waiting to get some sliced cheese or cold cuts, and the person behind the counter asks, "How thick would you like it sliced?" and you have no idea how to answer.
Oh, yes, I usually just say medium thickness, please, and hope for the best. Speaking of the deli, I love how they always ask, can I get you anything else after every item?
That's good customer service. And then there's my favorite part, actually, maybe my least favorite part, the produce section. I never know if those avocados are ripe or if that melon is sweet.
The produce section is tricky. I see people squeezing fruit and I wonder if they actually know what they're checking for. And don't get me started on those little plastic bags. I can never open them.
You have to wet your fingers a little bit. But seriously, grocery shopping can be overwhelming, especially if English isn't your first language. There's so much vocabulary involved.
Absolutely. So let's break down some essential grocery shopping vocabulary for our listeners. First, let's start with the basics. When you arrive at the store, you might grab a shopping cart or a basket.
Right. A shopping cart is the big one with wheels that you push around. A basket is smaller with handles that you carry. If the store is busy, you might need to wait in line to get a cart.
Now let's talk about the different sections of the store. The produce section is where you find fresh fruits and vegetables. This includes everything from apples and bananas to lettuce and carrots.
Yep. And the dairy section or dairy aisle has milk, cheese, yogurt, butter, and eggs. Sometimes people call this the cold section because everything needs to be refrigerated.
Then there's the meat department, where you find fresh meat, chicken, fish, and seafood. Some stores have a butcher who can cut meat to order for you.
And don't forget the bakery. Fresh bread, rolls, pastries, and cakes. The smell of the bakery section always makes me hungry.
Me too. For everything else, canned goods, pasta, rice, snacks, cleaning supplies, you'll find those in the aisles. Each aisle usually has a sign above it telling you what's there.
Exactly. Now let's talk about useful phrases you might need. If you're looking for something, you can ask, "Where can I find?" or "Do you carry?" For example, "Where can I find olive oil?" or "Do you carry organic apples?"
Those are good ones. At the deli counter, you might say, can I get half a pound of turkey breast, please? Or I'd like some cheese, sliced thin. Remember, in the US, we use pounds and ounces for weight.
Right. And when you're ready to pay, you go to the checkout or checkout line. The person working there is called a cashier. They might ask, "Did you find everything okay?" or "Do you have a loyalty card?"
Now, let's talk about different ways to say the same thing. This is really helpful for English learners. Janet, what are some different words for the place where we buy groceries?
Great question. You can say grocery store, supermarket, market, or just the store. Some people say the shops, which is more common in British English.
Perfect. And instead of shopping list, you might hear grocery list or just my list. Some people say they're going to pick up groceries or get groceries instead of go shopping.
Exactly. And for the shopping cart, some people call it a trolley. You'll hear that more over in England. In some regions of the US, people might say a buggy. A shopping basket might be called a handbasket.
Right. And when we talk about food that's about to expire, you might hear expiration date, best by date, sell by date, or use by date. They all mean roughly the same thing.
Good point. Instead of saying it's on sale, you could say it's marked down, or it's discounted, or it's a good deal. And when something's expensive, instead of just saying expensive, you might hear pricey or costly.
Now let's talk about modern grocery shopping experiences. Janet, what's your take on self-checkout machines?
Oh, those can be tricky. You scan your items yourself, but sometimes the machine says unexpected item in bagging area, and you have no idea what you did wrong.
Exactly, and then you need to wait for an attendant to help you out. But they're convenient for small purchases. Speaking of modern shopping, digital coupons are huge now. You can load them onto your store's app.
Right, no more clipping paper coupons from the newspaper. And many people shop for special dietary needs now. You'll see sections labeled gluten-free, organic, or plant-based.
That's so true. If you have allergies, you might ask, is this product nut-free or does this contain dairy? And grocery pickup and delivery are everywhere now. You can order online and either pick up curbside or have groceries delivered to your door.
That's been a game changer. And don't forget about payment options. You can pay with cash, credit card, debit card, or mobile payments like Apple Pay or Google Pay. Some stores still accept checks, though that's becoming less common.
True. And here's a cultural tip. In the US, it's common to help the person behind you in line if they only have a few items and you have a full cart. You might say, go ahead, or you can go first.
That's so nice. And remember, if you're not sure about something, don't be afraid to ask. Most grocery store employees are happy to help, and it's great practice for your English. Before we wrap up, let's talk about store loyalty programs. Ben, do you have one of those reward cards that's supposed to save you money?
Yes, I have so many of those cards on my keychain, it looks like I work at the store. When you're at checkout, they might ask, what's your phone number? Or do you have a reward card with us? The cashier might also say, you're saving $15 today with your member discount.
That's so satisfying. And some stores have digital apps now instead of physical cards. You might hear, just scan the barcode in your app, or I can look you up by your phone number. Plus, you often get personalized coupons based on what you usually buy.
Speaking of shopping patterns, one thing that surprises international visitors is how much grocery stores change with the seasons. In October, you'll see pumpkins and Halloween candy everywhere. In December, there are holiday cookies and special seasonal items.
Exactly. And you might ask an employee, where can I find the holiday baking supplies? Or, do you still have Thanksgiving turkeys available? Seasonal aisles are usually set up near the front of the store, and they change completely depending on the time of year.
And finally, let's talk about grocery shopping etiquette for a moment. There are some unwritten social rules that can help you feel more comfortable. For example, if you're blocking someone's path with your cart, you might say, "Oh, sorry," or "Excuse me." It's also polite to put your cart back in the cart return area when you're done. Well, that's all for today's episode of Everyday English Desk. We hope this helps make your next grocery shopping trip a little easier and gives you confidence to use English in real situations.
If you found this episode helpful, please give us a like and subscribe to Everyday English Desk. We really appreciate your support, and it helps other English learners find our podcast too.
And we'd love to hear from you. Leave us a comment and tell us about your grocery shopping experiences. Have you ever had a funny or embarrassing moment at the grocery store? What's the most difficult part of grocery shopping for you as an English learner?
We read all the comments and love hearing your stories. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time on Everyday English Desk.